Okay, Assalamualaikum semua. How are you? Welcome to Sir Imran English class. Okay, baik. For today, we are gonna learn module 6. The topic is module 6 sport, page 65. The topic is there were, affirmative and negative statement. Okay, so in year 5 we have done this in our classroom, so this is for revision lah. But for year 6 maybe this is new for you. Never mind, you can see and watch now. Live mode.
Unit 6. Sport. Language for
Okay. Hello class, welcome to Sir Imran English class. Today we will learn about there was, there were, was, and were, affirmative and negative sentences.
language focus. There was, there were, was, and were.
So we will learn here there was, there were, was, and were. And we will also learn about there wasn't, there weren't, a lot of, any, and one more and n. Okay, right.
I can talk about past events. Take a look at these sentences. These are past events. Past events are events that happened in the past.
Okay, the questions is what is past events? Yeah, what is past events? Is it events that happen in the present or events that happen in the past? So if you choose the answer events that happen in the past, so that is correct. If you choose the other one, try again.
The past. Please note that we use was, were, or wasn't, and weren't for past events.
Okay, what words do we use for past events? Was, were, was not, or weren't, is, are, isn't, or, and aren't. Okay, good job.
Exercise 1. Complete the examples from the text on page 64. Then choose the correct words in the rules. Number 1.
There was an 11-hour 40 minutes match.
Okay, I have a question for you. You can answer it on the chat. Why we use there was here? Do you know why we use there was? For your information, we use there was and there wasn't with singular nouns. Yes, singular. Very good. Singular nouns. We use there were and there were not. There weren't with plural nouns. Okay, plural nouns.
Number 2.
Okay. There were or there weren't any gold medals. So this one, what is the answer? There weren't. Okay, I got it. There weren't any gold medals.
There weren't any gold medals.
Rules 1.
We use there was and there wasn't with singular nouns.
Rules 2.
Okay, what is the answer for rules 2? We use there were and there weren't with what nouns? Singular or plural nouns? Yes, plural nouns. Let's see. Okay, plural nouns. Yahoo!
We use there were and there weren't with plural nouns.
Match is singular. Gold medals is plural.
Okay, so you can see why they use was and why they use were. Because they look at the noun here. Noun match is singular, so they use was. Medals is plural because they got s here, so they use were here.
Remember that there was and there were are affirmative.
Okay, there was or there were is affirmative. Affirmative means positive.
And
Okay, so there was and there were are what? Affirmative or negative? Affirmative. You rock it.
and there wasn't or there weren't a negative.
Okay, oh yes.
Exercise 2. Complete the text with affirmative and negative forms of there was and there were. Number 1. Number 2.
The first marathon. 2,500 years ago, there was a war between Greece and Persia and there were a lot of battles.
Number
Number
3.
A big battle. There were or there was? There were a big battle or there was a big battle. So this one has one. There is no s here. So what do we use? There were or there was? There was. Okay, let's look at the answer. Yes, correct. There was.
There was a big battle in a place called Marathon, which the Greeks won.
Number 4. Number 5.
Okay. There was and there were any internet and any telephones, or there wasn't and there weren't any telephones. Which one do the answer? Which one is correct answer? There wasn't and there weren't.
This was important news. But there wasn't any internet and there weren't any telephones.
Number 6.
Okay, any good roads? There weren't or there wasn't? So the answer is there weren't. There weren't.
So a man called Pheidippides ran to Athens with news of the battle. He ran about 41 kilometers. There weren't any good roads, so it was a difficult journey. When he arrived in Athens, he died.
Okay, so won is past of win. Ran is past of run. Okay, so this word is from the past tense.
Exercise 3. Complete the sentences with affirmative and negative forms of there was and there were. Use many, any, a, or, an. Number 1.
2,500 years ago, there weren't any rich footballers.
So let us look at number 2.
Number 2.
There were many chariot races.
Number 3.
Okay, there were many countries called Persia, or there was a country called Persia. So Persia, yes, Persia is singular noun, the one and the only. So they used there was a. Okay, correct.
There was a country called Persia.
Number 4.
There
There
wasn't.
wasn't a sport called skateboarding.
Messengers.
There were many messengers.
Number 6.
iPads. There weren't any iPad.
There weren't any iPads.